Critical Mass is a really enjoyable film. I took a bit of a risk with buying this one, as I could not find anywhere selling the English version of this that wasn't at a tremendously expensive price. I've just had a look just now. The cheapest I can find is actually £16 import, which is definitely not one that was available when I bought this. I found the French version for, I think, £5, and I crossed my fingers very tightly, hoping that it did indeed have the English language version, as it claimed to have, and thankfully it did. So if you're in the same boat and you can't find it at a reasonable price, definitely look at the information when buying it, but buying the French version might be a practical and more cost-effective option, and I certainly do recommend it. It's about a bomb threat at a power plant, and a security guard has to try and save the day. The narrative appealed to me enough. I probably wouldn't have watched it, though, had it not been for the cast. We have Loughlin, Treat Williams, absolutely fabulous. It's directed by Fred Olen, written by Sean McGinly, and it was released in 2001. And had I discovered it randomly, yeah, I don't think I would have given it the time of day. It didn't sound like my kind of film, and I really enjoyed it. But that is worth bearing in mind, that if it really is your kind of film, and the threat is the kind of narrative you like, you'll probably have very different expectations to me. So I went in not really expecting anything specific, really thoroughly enjoyed it. If you go in looking for a certain type of film, does it deliver? I'd love to know what you think. But for me personally, I thought the narrative worked really, really well. The pacing is great, it flows well, everything felt believable within the context of the film. There's a lot of action, it's quite explosive at times. It's often got a very quick pace to it, but there are some moments that are a little bit slower, while still being quite powerful, as we're allowed in those moments to connect more with the characters, particularly when the characters are in some difficult, dangerous situations. The characters are very well written, they're very likeable, really great performances, really solid work across the board. Visually it's great as well, not just the effects, but the camera work, the lighting, the locations. I'm not sure where it's filmed, but interestingly, IMDb does mention that some of the footage actually comes from Terminator 2 and Universal Soldier, the latter of which I'm not familiar with. And if you've seen either of those films, that could certainly be quite interesting. Really good music as well, some really decent dialogue. I thought Critical Mass was a solid experience, really thoroughly enjoyed it. Not the easiest to get hold of in the UK, but if it sounds like it appeals to you, then I'd say give it a go. I enjoyed it, and I'm happy to recommend it.